Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the best power forwards in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM on a tier list. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 6,000 subscriber mark on the channel. Channel has been growing a ton as of late, and I really do appreciate all of the recent support on the videos. We're just over 700 subscribers away from that 6,000 mark. I would love to hit that mark. I mean, by the beginning of 2K23 would be awesome. I think it's possible we could even hit it before that at the rate we've been growing. So hopefully hopefully I'll hit that subscribe button and help me push towards that mark. But without further ado, let's hop right into it, and let's start off with Alexis Pokusevski. As y'all can see, I've tried to zoom in these tier lists because I got a couple of comments in the last couple tier list videos that it was a little bit hard to see because it was zoomed out. So I tried to zoom in here. Hopefully this is better and y'all can see what cards I'm talking about and what tiers I'm putting them in easier. But yeah, Pokusevski is a pretty good card. I just think, I don't know, he's either B or C tier. It's kind of tough with Pokusevski because he is an opal. He doesn't have quite the complete total badges that you're going to get out of most of the cards in this list who are dark matters, but he does have 27 hoffs. He's got 2 of the 3 key finishing badges. He's got some really solid shooting badges like limitless spot up, sniper, catch. No blinders, no chef, no deadeye, but hoff handles for days, hoff quick for step, hoff ankle breaker, and super solid defensive badges. He's got the interior badges like rim protector and post lockdown, pogo stick, rebound chaser to help him out as a power forward, in addition to solid perimeter defensive ability as well, good defensive stats, good speed, shooting, and dunking. So overall, he's a very solid card. May not jump off the page, he was amazing, but definitely solid. 7 foot is a good height for a power forward. He has a very lanky player build, which means he does get bodied just a little bit, but quick dribble style, pro size up, Kobe escape is solid 6, pipping behind the back as well. With jump shot 30 on very quick, which I would say is not an elite release, but it's smooth and easy to green. Definitely a solid release. I think he's B tier. He deserves it. He's a pretty good card. I think you could put Pokusevski in the B tier pretty easily. I'm not sure whether I want to put Al Horford in C or D, to be honest. Al Horford, the problem with this card is his jump shot. That's really his significant issue. 6'10" is not terrible on size. Movement wise, it's not good, but it's like not that crucial at power forward. I mean, that does hurt him a bit, I will say. But set shot 5 on very quick. It's very weird. It's not impossible at the time. It's just a very weird looking jump shot. It's kind of inconsistent. He doesn't have elite speed, doesn't have elite playmaking badges. Very good defender, good shooting badges, and good finishing. But I don't love his release. He doesn't have great athleticism and not a great playmaker. He's one of the worst cards in this list. He's not a terrible card, but the thing you have to keep in mind is every card in this list is good at this point and can basically do everything. So you have to be pretty nitpicky with these types of lists. So for me, I'm still going to put Horford on D tier because he's got a couple of relatively significant flaws. AD does go A tier. He's a very, very good power forward. I don't think he's that elite S tier power forward because he doesn't quite have that elite size or elite movement, but he does have 65 hoffs as an invincible card. Very, very complete on the hoffs he does have. Stats are obviously incredible. AD release on very quick is very good. Quick dribble style with the Kobe escape is good, but his half court sigs besides that aren't very good. Doesn't have a great size up, not good full court sigs. And Kobe escape, while not bad, is not elite either. So his sigs aren't great. He does have a great jumper, great stats and badges, but a little undersized without elite sigs at this point in the game. I just can't put him in the S tier with the amount of great power forwards we have in the game right now. Bam Adebayo is another one of those guys who's a bit undersized at the power forward position, only 6'9". That's kind of an issue. Quick dribble style, but the rest of his sigs aren't good. Jumper is acceptable, but not great. Shooting badge wise, he's missing some badges, which is kind of annoying, but he does have decent playmaking, great defense, and great finishing stats. Stats all the way around are pretty good. I just wish he had more shooting badges, maybe off handles for days, and some better sigs, because as a undersized power forward, only 6'9", he's just not quite elite enough for me. Ben Wallace is the next card on this list, and I wish this Ben Wallace card could play small forward because he would be elite at the small forward position, but at power forward, again, he's a bit undersized at 6'9". Hot spots from everywhere. 37 hoffs, includes some great shooting badges like catch, corner, deadeye, limitless spot up, and sniper. Even that mismatch expert badge is a pretty good badge because he's a little undersized, so that might trigger. Quick first step is a good playmaking badge. No other playmaking badges, but every single defensive badge and a bunch of great finishing badges as well. Statistically, he's absolutely incredible. Literally borderline invincible stats. And the jumper's pretty good. Jump shot 81 on very quick. It's the same base as LaMelo Ball has. Pretty solid, smooth, easy to green. Quick dribble style, Kobe size up, KD escape, and pipping behind the back gives him pretty solid sigs as well. He's just a better version of a guy like Bam Adebayo. Similar size, but stats are a little better, badges are a little better, and his animations are a little bit better. Just a very, very solid card for sure. Bill Laimbeer is a pretty definite D tier. One of, if not the worst cards in this list, and really the main reason why is because of his release, but his release is terrible. Fundamental dribble style as well is not good. Only 29 hoffs as a dark matter. The hoffs he has are pretty decent ones. Like he's got a couple playmaking badges, some good shooting badges, great defensive badges, but he's a little slow as well. 6'10 is fine, or sorry, 6'11 is fine size, but fundamental dribble style, a bad release, slow, not elite badges, just not a good card at all. He's easily, I would say, probably the worst card on this list. Now, here's the thing about Bill Russell. I know he's an invincible card. that's not going to stop me from putting him in the D tier. And I think that's going to piss some people off. But here's the problem with Bill Russell. His badges are elite. I know. His stats are elite. I know. His release is garbage. Set shot 17 on very quick dribble style. SIGs, Pro 2 between the legs, but the rest of his SIGs aren't great. I guess the AI size up is okay. The fact that they didn't change Bill Russell's release killed this card. I hate this set shot 17. It's Wilt's old release, Dikembe's old release. Not a good release at all. I'm shocked that they didn't change it. I'll put him in the C tier because he's an invincible. He's got great stats and badges, and he's got acceptable playmaking. But like, this release sucks, and that kills cards. If he had a good release, he'd be A tier. But unfortunately, without it, he's just not. Bob McAdoo slots in, I think, at the B tier. Pretty decent. Excuse me, but not elite card. 6'9" with a 7'1" wingspan, missing 3 hotspots, but the SIGs are pretty solid. Jump shot is also pretty solid. He's got quick drops off 1, which is the best safe dunk in the game. And then an 85 shot 3, but the rest of his stats are elite. Quick first step, no other hot, really great playmaking badges, but elite finishing and defensive badges. Jumper is pretty good, which helps make up for the lack of shooting badges. Needs blinders, chef, dead-eye, limitless spot up added, but he is a pretty solid shooter with a good release. So that is really not an issue with him, despite not having those half shooting badges. I wish he had some half shooting badges, maybe a couple of more half playmaking badges as well. That would help take him to that next level, but he's still a very solid card and goes B tier. And another guy who goes B tier is Bob Nedelicki, who similarly to Bob McAdoo, Ben Wallace, just a little undersized at only 6'9". That's an issue. 27 hops as well for dark matter is a bit of an issue, and his shooting and playmaking badges, while solid, are not elite. Great defensive badges, great finishing badges. 90 speed and excel is pretty good, and 86 shot 3 isn't great, but here's the thing about this card that really takes him up a notch, and that's that set shot 25 on very quick, which is one of, if not the best releases in the game off the catch and shoot for a power forward. Quick dribble style as well, despite the rest of his SIGs not being great. He's at least got a little bit of playmaking ability with him, and yeah, the release is elite. Everything else about the card is kind of average, but he's a good enough card that he definitely deserves a B tier spot on the list, especially because of that release. Bull. I'm trying to think, is he S tier, A tier? I think Bull does go S tier. He's probably the last of the S tier cards, I would say, number 4 or number 5. But he is a very good card. Don't get it wrong. 7'2" with the 7'7" wingspan. He's got exceptional size to start off with. Hotspots from everywhere. 36 hops include fast twitch, unstrippable, elite shooting badges, elite playmaking badges, and super solid defensive badges as well. Defensive stats are not incredible, but they're definitely very solid. And with his 7'2" frame, he's a great defender. 90 speed and excel, 95 shot 3. Just a very, very good all-around card. Brook Lopez release on very quick is a solid release as well. Quick dribble style, pro size up. Full court SIGs and escape aren't great, but his size is elite, his badges are elite, his stats are very, very solid, and his animations are very, very solid as well. With the size that he has, he's pretty much definitively an S tier guy. It's just hard to not put him there. David Robinson is another very, very good card. I mean, David Robinson was my favorite power forward in the game personally until we got Dirk and Wilt over the last few days. D Robinson elite, 7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan, hotspots from everywhere, 65 hops, quick dribble style, pro size up, brawn between the legs even, which is nice. D Rob released on very quick as a jumper that I'm a massive fan of. I've talked about David Robinson's release a ton on this channel this year, and I love his release for sure. And I'm sorry, badge wise, also elite, not really missing a single crucial badge. Same thing with his stats, obviously being an invincible card. He's incredible. He's got elite size at 7'1". He is a monster, one of my favorite power forwards in the game. Still comes off the bench on my God squad and easily an S tier guy for me. DeMarcus Cousins. I don't know where DeMarcus Cousins slots in, to be completely honest. I haven't looked at this card a lot. I think he's acceptable. He's 6'10", so he's got good, decent size, a great wingspan, hot slots from everywhere, 37 hops. Pretty complete all the way around on the Hoff badge. The stats look very, very good. Set shot 8 on very quick is a fine jump shot. Same base as Yao and Arvidas Sabonis. Quick dribble style, penny size, Kobe escape, pippin behind the back. Yeah, this is a very good card. This is an A tier power forward. I know DeMarcus Cousins is not a card that's been talked about a lot, but if you need a budget power forward, this is the type of guy that you should be plugging into your squad. He's going to be cheap. He's got a good jumper, very solid SIGs, and elite stats and badges. Really, really good card. Dirk is another just no-brainer S tier. Like, there's no doubt about it that Dirk's S tier. This is he's either the best or the second best power forward in the game. It's up to you, depending on who you want to pick between him and Wilt. But 7'1" with the 7'3" wingspan, set shot 25 with Rudy Gay up around very quick is absolutely nuts. Quick dribble style, Steve Francis size of Steph Curry escape. Because he's 244 pounds, he can Curry slide as well, which is nutty. Pro 2 between the legs, pro 3 behind the back, 80 hops, 99 everything stats. This card is absolutely insane. These in-game cards are wild with the SIGs, the shot, and the animations that they give them, as well as their stats and badges being perfect. No-brainer S tier. Just an absolutely easy choice for me. Because I'm only putting 5 guys in the S tier, I unfortunately can't put Giannis in S tier. As much as I think Giannis is an exceptional card, I don't think he's S tier at the power forward position because I don't think he's a top 5 power forward. 6'11 with a 7'4 wingspan, so he's got good size. Animations are very good. I wish he had limitless spot up, half chef, but besides that, really nothing to complain about. Stats are very, very good. Giannis release on very quick is really good. Sigs, shifty dribble style. The rest of his Sigs are kind of mediocre, but he's got a great release. He can guard 1 through 5 at a pretty solid level. Just elite defensive player in terms of the way that he plays lanes. He's got great animations, elite dunks. Really good card, no doubt about it. I just don't think he quite is an S tier guy compared to most of these guys because of the fact that he's only 6'11", and most of the guys in S tier are 7'1", 7'2", 7'5", well, not 7'5", but 7'3". Like, they're in that very tall category, and unfortunately Giannis just being a couple inches shorter doesn't quite have the defensive impact as those guys on the interior. Hakeem, yet another guy who's an S tier guy, who could be an S tier guy, but because of the depth at the power forward position isn't quite there. 7 foot with a 7'3" wingspan, has great size, hotspots from everywhere, 65 hops, quick dribble style, bend size up, which isn't terrible. The rest of his Sigs aren't great. Quick drops off 1 though, and the under the basket athletic flushes are the best safe dunks in the game so that is good. Danilo release on very quick. The fact they changed his base from Setsat 18 to this Gallinari base makes his jumper much better as well, so that is very nice. His stats and badges, obviously as an invincible, are basically elite. No half chef, but that's about it on badges that you like to see on Hoff, I guess. And he's just another really elite card. There's just so many good power forwards in the game right now that I can't put him higher than the A tier. Horace Grant came out today. Very good card as well. Coming in with a 6'10 height, 7'1 wingspan, so tiny bit undersized, but not terrible. Hot spots from everywhere, 37 hops, include elite finishing badges, and basically every single defensive badge in the game except for ball stripper. You can throw that on him. No Hoff shooting badges is a bit annoying. No Hoff handles for days either. Needs blinders, chef, deadeye, limitless spot up added to him, but statistically, he's got exceptional defensive stats, good speed, good dunker, acceptable shooter, 3-point shoe, and a coach is going to get this up into the high 90s, so that's not a problem. Wish he had a couple Hoff shooting badges, but once you add the gold badges on him, he'll be fine, especially with the Brook Lopez base. This release 73 upper is the same upper as Malik Sealy, Glenn Rice, Nick Batum, so it's a pretty good upper. He's going to be able to shoot at the elite level, but then you look at his Sigs. These are the best Sigs of any card we've seen on this list today, and that's the Kyrie size up, Trae Young escape, Pippen behind the back, Pro 2 between the legs, and quick dribble style. These are the Michael Jordan type Sigs, and they're very elite. Long athlete, go-to dunk is quick drops off 1, which is the best safe dunk in the game. The underbasket rim pulls are one of the best standing dunks in the game. He is an elite card for sure in terms of his animations. His animations are phenomenal, and they help make up for that slight lack of shooting badges, and he's going to be a very good card. I'm excited to get y'all gameplay with this card later today because I do think he's going to be an absolute beast. Joel Embiid is yet another A tier guy. You're seeing a lot of A tier guys at the power forward position and kind of in a row. And Embiid, very similar to Hakeem, has great size, decent acceptable Sigs, a good jump shot. Stats and badges are very good. He's just not quite to the level of the top 5 guys at the power forward position, one of whom is Kareem. As y'all can see, there's so many good power forwards in my team. You can use any of these guys pretty much B tier and up in a competitive setting. There are a ton of elite options, but for me, none of them are as good as these top 5 guys, and Kareem is another one of those top 5 guys for sure. 7'2" with a 7'5" wingspan makes him the tallest player we've looked at so far, tied with Bol Bol. Hot spots from everywhere. 65 hops include, basically everything. No Hoff chef, no Hoff, I guess, handles for days and unblockable, but besides that, nothing crucial. Stats are incredible. Jump shot is a very good jumper. I'm a big fan of Kareem's jump shot. Quick dribble style, Kobe escape. The rest of his Sigs aren't great, but he is an absolutely elite card yet again. Kareem, always, every single year with his elite size, elite player build, incredible defensive card, but also has a super smooth, easy to green, and consistent jump shot. One of the best power forwards in the game every year, and this year is no different. We get an in-game Kareem. He could debatably finish the year as the best power forward in my team. I'm putting KG in the C tier alongside of Bill Russell, and the reason for that is because I do not like his release. Very similarly to Bill Russell, having a bad release hurts you, and that being said, I will say it's not as bad as Bill Russell's release, but I just do not like the release. Jump shot 58 on very quick is not great. Quick dribble style, penny size at Pippen behind the back are good Sigs, and then stats and badge wise, he's obviously, as an invincible card, very good. I just don't like his release, and I feel like he's a little bit undersized. He's 6'11", but he plays small, and I don't know. He's good enough that he's still B tier. I feel like I'm hating on a couple of these cards a little bit more than I probably should, but I just don't like some of these cards. Their just releases are not good enough for me, and I'm not a fan of what they give you on the court. So for me, I'll put KG in B tier, but he's another one of those invincibles. It's just not that good. Mitchell Robinson probably slots into the C tier, but he is a center at power forward. He's got pretty good size. I'm not sure what his jump shot is. This card came out yesterday. No 3-point hotspots. A 70 shot. Whoa, he's got a 70 shot 3. Never mind. I did not know this card had a 70 shot 3. This card is a D tier card. I don't even know why I put him on the list. For some reason, I thought this card was going to be good. He needs a million playmaking and shooting badges. Why did I put this card on the list? Jump shot is good, I guess, but nah, I'm sorry, Mitch Rob. He's acceptable. He's a good defender, and he's got good size, but like, nope, not happening. I'm sorry. He's a D tier guy. I messed up putting him on the list at all, to be completely honest. Mo Bamba. Is he B or A? I think he's probably A. Yeah, we'll put Mo Bamba in the A tier. I think he's a pretty good card. I do think he deserves to be in the A tier. I know this A tier is very, very full. You're going to have a few more guys off this list as well slotting into that A tier. So I do apologize for that. But there's so many good power forwards in the game. Bamba is another guy with great size and an elite wingspan. Hot spots from everywhere. 36 hops. He's got good shooting badges, elite playmaking. I'm sorry, elite defensive and finishing badges. Quick first step. Good speed, good shooting, good defender. Solid release. It's not elite, but it definitely is solid. Same basis, Jaren Jackson Jr., Rashawn Holmes. Got a good upper, quick dribble style. Just another really, really good card. He doesn't really... There's nothing he does badly on the court, basically. So he's another A-tier guy. Very, very solid card for sure. Moses Malone came out a couple seasons ago. I think he was the draft mode reward for like season 6. 6'10", so he doesn't have elite size. SIGs are not elite. Jump shot 1 is okay, but not elite either. Yeah, finishing badges are good. Defensive badges are good. Not great playmaking or shooting badges. Good stats. He's good. He's just not great. And at this point, without an elite release, elite SIGs, and kind of average stats and badges, you kind of slot into this C tier, especially without having elite size either. Miles Turner, he's a good card. When I did gameplay with this card, I was a little bit disappointed by the way that he moved. He doesn't feel like an elite athlete. He doesn't have great speed. He's a good defender, and he's got acceptable size at, what, 6'11" with a 7'4" wingspan. Pretty good size. Great defender, but he's kind of just a catch-and-shoot guy on offense. I was not impressed with his ability to mash. He feels kind of soft for whatever reason, and he doesn't move well with the ball. Feels kind of slow as well. Good jump shot. It's smooth and easy to green. He's a very good defender, but he doesn't give you enough in terms of his interior ability and things like that to be an A-tier guy. Still a good card, just a little bit disappointing for me personally. Pau Gasol is going to slot into the C tier because I hate his release, and that's pretty much a good enough reason for me. 7 foot, he's got good size, stats and badges are very good, but here's the problem. The release sucks. I do not like set shots at 16 at all. He even doesn't have quick dribble style. He's got shifty, which isn't terrible, but like you want to see quick. Penny size with Pippen behind the back are good, but I cannot stand his release. He's the best card in C tier. I'll say that, but I would not like to use Pau Gasol on my team. And every time I see Pau Gasol on the court, I pretty much know it's a free win because I'm not a fan of that card at all at this point in the year. Serge Ibaka going to slide into the B tier. Another very good. He's probably the best opal power forward in the game. 6'10", so he's got acceptable size, good wingspan, quick dribble style. Very, very good release. I'm a massive fan of his release. Quick drops off 1 as well as that under basket rim pulls. So he's got the good standing and safe dunks. Great finisher, elite athlete, elite defender. Got a couple good shooting badges like Deadeye, Catch, and Limitless Spot, quick first step as well. Not elite speed, but I really love his release. It's very, very fast, which is nice to see, as well as easy to green. And then finishing badges are good. He's an elite defender with solid size. He's a solid card. Not quite an A-tier guy, but definitely a very solid card nonetheless. Oh man, I was so tempted to put Shaq in the C tier, but I'm gonna put him in the B tier. I just, release is so important at this point in the year, and even though Shaq is 7'1" with the elite stats, elite badges, his release sucks, and that kills a card. It is very similar, I would say, in terms of a lot of ways to Bill Russell's. Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for Shaq, with his 7'1" height. And his length, he's still so impactful on the defensive end of the court. He's got incredible defensive animations, is a dominant interior force, rebounder, defender, amazing player build. It still saves him enough that he's a B-tier guy, but his release sucks, and that is a card killer. And I'm sorry for Shaq. It just makes him not go anywhere higher than the B-tier for me personally. Okay. Who did I just put in the C tier? Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp is solid at small forward, a little bit worse at power forward. 6'10" is acceptable size, quick dribble style, Kobe escape, kind of average SIGs. Jump shot kind of has a little bit of a hitch. It's not an elite jump shot, so that's a bit of an annoyance for me. And then stats wise, badge wise, pretty solid, but the release being questionable is annoying. Playmaking badges aren't elite. He doesn't have elite size, and because of the hitch in the release, that's really kind of his biggest flaw. He can't go any higher than C tier for me personally. Okay, Fawn Maker going to be one of our last couple A-tier players. We've had a lot of A-tier players, B-tier players in this video, but Fawn is going to come in at 7 foot with a 7'1" wingspan. 36 hops. He's got elite shooting, playmaking, and super solid defensive badges. Fast twitch and posterizer as well. He's got great speed, shooting, dunking. Some of the better movement on this list as well, with quick dribble style, pro size up, KD escape, and Pippen behind the back. Jump shot 47. which I've talked about a good amount on this channel, is a jumper that I'm a big fan of. It's smooth and easy to green. A little easy to contest, but it is very, very easy to green. I like this card a lot. He was on my God Squad for a bit, and I do think he's one of the better small forwards in the game. And not bad at the power forward position either, especially being 7 foot tall. His better position is small forward, but at power forward, still a very good card and still an A tier type of guy. Tim Duncan, I don't understand why 2K changed Tim Duncan's release and they didn't change Bill Russell's. Tim Duncan now has jump shot 38 based on very quick, which makes his jumper a lot better. Quick dribble style as well, pipping behind the back, so he's got acceptable enough SIGs. And then stats and badges are very, very good as well. As an invincible card, really all you need, he's got acceptable size, he's got great stats and badges. As an invincible, you just need a good release to at least be an A tier guy. As you can see, B tier is KG and Shaq, C tier is Pau Gasol and Bill Russell. It kills the cards when they have bad releases. But they changed Tim Duncan's release, and all of a sudden he's a very viable, very, very good card. So he goes in that that A tier. And then we have Wilt Chamberlain, the first of 2 Wilts that's going to be on this list. We'll get to the other Wilt in a second, because obviously, you know, in-game Wilt's going to be an S tier card. But this Wilt, 7'1", he's only got a 76 shot 3, which is a bit low. Shooting badges are not great. Playmaking badges, same thing, are not great. Great defense, great finishing. Bad release. Set shot 17, like with Bill Russell. He's Bill Russell, except he doesn't have the elite movement. He doesn't have the elite shooting badges and stats. He does have better size, but I just do not like this card. If you have a terrible release and you're not an invincible card, I'm sorry, you're going in the D tier. Just like with Bill Lambier, Wilt Chamberlain, despite being the best of these D tier cards, is still not a card I'd be using at this point in the year. But that definitely does not extend to Dark Matter in-game Wilt Chamberlain, who is easily, and I mean easily, an S tier guy. Him and Dirk are the 2 best power forwards in the game. 7'1" with an 8-foot wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 80 Hall of Fame badges, every single stat on 99, every single Hall of Fame badge on 99, and then the Luka Doncic base with the Kobe upper on very quick makes him insane on next gen, and even really good on current gen too. It's hard to contest, it's smooth, it's easy to green, it's a very, very good jump shot. Quick dribble style. D-Rose size up, which is the best size up in the game, is bonkers on a power forward. Steph escape. So you got that Curry slide up as well, because apparently Wilt lost 30 pounds over the last day. So now he's instead of being 275 pounds, he's 244, which is insane. Pro 2 between the legs, Pro 3 behind the back. Quick drops off 1, which is the best SIG in the game. Just an incredible card. He is so good, so complete. He is my favorite power forward in the game right now, and easily S tier. And yeah, finishes off this list very, very well. So this is my tier list of the best power forwards in the game right now. Let me know what you think of my list down in the comment section down below. Who do you think I maybe ranked too high? Who do you think I maybe ranked too low? And who did I leave off this list that you would like to see me give an opinion on? Leave a comment about all those things down in the comment section down below. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.